Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie. If you are new here, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you can... Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss any of my new videos. So, welcome back to YouTube. I was actually sick from COVID. Yes, as I'm sure you can see in the title above, I got sick and I have no idea how, which is the scary part, you guys. I have no idea how I did it because you know, you like to think that you're safe and that you are taking those steps necessary so you don't get sick, but somehow I still did. And luckily I was the only person in my house that ended up with the virus. My husband and my son were completely fine, so that made me feel so much better. I quarantined and I started having, you know, symptoms for a few days, but I want to say about a week, and in a few days I started to feel so much better. And the doctor also mentioned that after like 10 to 14 days the virus is no longer contagious and you don't have to quarantine anymore, which today is the first day that I'm actually feeling like myself. I felt like doing my hair, doing my makeup with you guys, and I tried filming it, but I just noticed that the camera was not even recording. That pissed me off so bad, but I'm gonna just make the best of it. I'm sorry guys about the camera. It's gonna be a little bit out of focus. It's new. Bear with me. I'll try better next time. Hello. I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me, you guys. I have been gone from YouTube for a while. I want to say for like 2 weeks. I actually was really sick, guys. So I'm here just to update you guys on everything and doing my makeup. I was sick with COVID. I have no idea how I contracted it. Seriously, when I think about it, it freaks me out because I don't go anywhere. The only places I went was to like do curbside pickup things. So it's very scary how inevitable it is, and I was trying to recover from that. And of course, quarantine would not be quarantine without a little shopping, and I ended up purchasing this ColourPop eyeshadow palette from Raw Christy, and it is all Forest-site, and I had to get it because Christy, I love her, and she lives in Washington, and I've mentioned it before on my channel. I visited before with my husband and I fell in love with their forest, and this specific palette is forest themed, and she said she was inspired by the forest out there in Washington, and I had to cop it. And I'm like, okay, I want to do a little makeup look with some of the eyeshadows in here because they're just calling my name. So I went ahead and did one eye, that way it could like speed up the process and to make sure that I liked what I was doing, you know, kind of just going with the vibe in my head. I'm gonna go ahead and starting with the fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Chantel, which is like, or Chanterelle, which is like a little orangey warm shade, and Old Growth, just to have a nice transition. I ended up getting really sick with COVID, and I have no idea how, because I don't go anywhere. I don't hang out with anyone. So, and my husband is super careful with him going to work every day. Like, we have little precautions that we all take. The week that I think I got sick, I had to go to Walgreens to pick up a prescription, and I think honestly that is where I got it. There was a person in front of me. They were actually taking the test. These colors are so beautiful, you guys. They blend so nicely. Now with the fluffy brush, this is Morphe M433. Gonna go in with P&W, which is like a really beautiful blue, like a blue-green color. So pretty. I'm gonna start doing that in the crease. So I don't know, like I said, I honestly don't know how I got it because I don't hang around with anybody. But my symptoms started with me feeling really sick, and then it didn't help that Aunt Flo came. I got my dot that day, and I started having congestion. Like, I noticed that my nose was stuffy, and my head, my ears, even my eyes felt a little, like, it sounds nasty, but like slimy, you can see, I guess you can say. And I knew something. I was like, okay, if I do get allergies, I do get sick for like a day, 2 days tops. Like, I usually don't get sick. And I started sneezing a lot, you guys. I'm also going to go back and forth with the fluffy blending brush that I used first to the transition. That way we can just buff the colors in together. So I started sneezing a lot. I started having body aches. My back was hurting so much. Also, like my neck, I felt like somebody was pinching my neck. They were really intense. I had to take Tylenol and it helped, but still it just felt like somebody was squeezing your head. You know what I'm saying? Like that pain that's just so intense. I'm gonna go in with the flat shader brush. Now I'm gonna go in with that color, Evergreen. I feel really weak, and my husband had to go back to work, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling well. So he's told me, like, maybe you should wear a mask in the house in case you are sick, to protect, you know, Malachi. Now I'm just gonna start applying that shade, kind of like cutting the crease a little bit. And honestly, it was such a good idea that he told me that, because my son and my husband did not come back positive. Thank God that they didn't. They have been negative this whole time, so I know the measures that they took helped them. So I started taking zinc, I started taking elderberry, Tylenol, and Dayquil. That was the only stuff that was really helping me, the Dayquil and the Tylenol, to help with like all the body aches and the headaches and stuff, the runny nose. Then a few days in, I want to say like on 4 days of me having symptoms, my taste and sense of smell was gone. I was like, okay, what is going on? I don't remember what I was trying to eat. I think it was a chocolate cherry ice cream that I had just bought from HEB, and I tried taking a bite, and I honestly could not taste anything. I'm like, gonna add some essential oils to my bath, and I opened it and I could not smell it. I'm like, dude, you can always smell eucalyptus oil, so what the heck is going on? Looked it up, and for sure that was COVID symptoms along with everything else I was feeling. So immediately I knew I needed to go take the test. I'm gonna cut my crease now. I like to cut it after I apply the eyeshadow because I feel like you use less product. And really I'm just using it to define my crease since I do have like hooded eyes. After I felt like crap, you guys, I went to go get tested, and a few days later, I want to say like 3-4 days later, I received my confirmation that I did have COVID. So by then I was already quarantining and doing my best to just build my immune system back up, and thankfully I wasn't sick for that long. My sickness went away, I want to say within like a week from having COVID, and my symptoms were not very strong. It was mainly body aches, headaches of that sort, and losing the sense of taste and smell that I literally just got today. So thankful for that. It's crazy how much you miss the little things. Like, I seriously started spraying the heck out of this body spray that I had ordered, and it came in today, and I was spraying it. I was like, oh my god, I'm so thankful to be able to smell. So anyways, I went ahead and already finished this eye, the cut crease. Now I'm going to use this Wet n Wild eyeliner, and I'm just to line the top of my eye so I can put on some lashes. This cut crease came out so pretty. Go in with one of my favorite foundations right now, which is the Flawless Stay Foundation in the shade 4.0. It's a little dark for me right now, as you can see. I'm looking a little pale, but it'll be okay. We can make it work. So luckily, guys, like I mentioned, my husband was here to help me along with the whole COVID situation and taking care of my son. staying away from my son was definitely the hardest thing. I missed him so much, and I would cry. Literally, you also felt like you didn't even know what day it was anymore, because when you're in quarantine, like literally having to stay in one area, since we all had to share the house, trying to, you know, make sure that I did not pass or, you know, the virus anywhere else in the house or contaminate anything. So I was really just trying to stay inside. And when I started to feel a little bit better, my husband told me, maybe you should go for a walk. I'm a man, you're right, just to see how I would feel. And I know I needed that sun. I love this foundation. For the price, it's like drugstore price, and the coverage is really nice. And the Boing concealer and the shade 2. This is the Cakeless concealer. I freaking love it. So whenever I was also sick from COVID, guys, I forgot to mention that another symptom that I got was confusion. I lost my phone for a good while and I could not find it, and it was somewhere on the countertop under a plate, and I literally felt so tired. I kept falling asleep everywhere because I was so tired, and I told my husband, like, you need to come home, like I'm not feeling good, like for real. Like by this point I still hadn't gotten my results, so I didn't know, but I knew, you know, because I'm like, I'm feeling way too exhausted, way too tired. So when the results came back, I knew that that's why. I'm like, okay. Then I just slept a lot. I think the hardest also, like I mentioned, staying with my son, but also not being able to smell or taste anything, because when the food comes, you just feel texture, and that was disgusting. Wearing this super cute pajama set, you guys. I got it from Adore Me. They contacted me and told me that they wanted to send over some stuff to try out, which is crazy because I was actually needing some new bras, and I was like, you know what, perfect, I'm gonna try them out. And I ordered a t-shirt bra from them, and it is super comfortable, you guys. Like, the quality is amazing. I'm in love with it. And this little pajama set is super silky and soft, and I love it because it has stars, and it's just the colors, it's like a dark purple and blue, and it makes me feel good that I know I'm looking cute in the house, because honestly, you spend so much time at the house now that why not make it yourself feel and look cute, you know? You know, COVID is a real thing, and some people lose their lives and have lost loved ones. It makes me so sad. To set under my eyes, I had stopped using this for a while, and I purchased it the other day again, and I missed it. I'm like, okay, this helps if you're oily. I don't like to bake too long because my skin is a little bit more dry right now. So really, I just use it to set. Whatever is left over, I just go all over. Using my MAC Give Me Sun. It feels so nice, you guys, to do my makeup with you. You start to feel like yourself again. You know what I mean? It's been so long. When I went on that walk after I felt, you know, 100% better, and after I had quarantined the amount of time that the doctor told me, whenever we went on a walk, my lungs still felt tired. Like, I still felt a little tired. So yesterday I was gonna do my makeup, but I still didn't feel 100% there. Like, I had the full on energy like I do today. Today I honestly feel like it's a really good day, and I had the energy, and I was like, I want to get ready, I want to do my makeup, and I want to feel pretty like myself again. So it feels so good to do my makeup with you. Next, I'm going to be using this ColourPop blush in the shade Birthday Suit. It's just like a really pretty pink color. And recently I fell in love while cleaning my makeup counters out and everything. Fell in love with an old highlighter of mine that I haven't touched in so long. It is the MAC Oh Darling. Mine is broken. I break so much of my stuff, you guys, because I drop everything. Gonna use the Anastasia brush to highlight and just highlight my cheekbones. Using the Benefit Hoola to contour my nose. But while I was quarantined, you guys, I worked on some stuff that I've been really wanting to. When I started having the, better energy, I started journaling again and just trying to write down my goals, because I've noticed that when I really sit down and write my goals, I'm more determined to actually do them, and it feels nice to know that you are tackling stuff off your list. So that is one thing that I started again during, quarantine, pushing myself to work harder on my goals. The small shader brush, I'm gonna go in with the blue color, the PNW color, and I'm gonna just take it under my lash line.